Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my weekly reading update for May 12th, 2019. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. We're celebrating in the U.S. I celebrated with my family yesterday, with my parents and my grandparents. We went out for breakfast, and it was really nice. So we did it on that day because it was just easier travel-wise. So anyway, so that was great. So I hope all of you are enjoying it. I'm just a cat mom, so it doesn't really count. So I don't celebrate. Anyway, although my brother and I, our birthdays are both this coming week. We were born 3 years and a day apart. So all of our coupons are coming through for our birthdays from all our favorite restaurants and stuff. So we're going to go out for lunch today. So, and then we'll probably go out during the week on a couple of the other ones. That's the fun part. Anyway, about our birthdays. Anyway, not that I want my birthday here yet, but it's coming. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about the books that I read this week and what I'm in the middle of, and then what I think I'm going to read beyond that. But we're not quite sure, which is typical for me as a mood reader. So anyway, on Sunday, Saturday, I finished Nine Fox Gambit by Yoon-Han Lee, and so I was looking to pick something up on Sunday, and I was kind of in a weird mood Sunday. I gotta say, I was pretty lazy. But I did have some library books, and I decided to focus on those to get them out the door. So the first one was a manga. This is My Brother's Husband, Volume 2 by Jingoro Tagami, and I forgot to say who the translator is. Anne Ishii, I think, something like that. So this was really, really good. I read the first volume sometime last year. I'm not sure I did it for one of the translate-a-thons or one of the other ones with translation readathons at some point. Anyway, I picked it up at some point. I enjoyed it. But the second volume wasn't out yet, so I didn't really think about it. And then I remembered about it just recently. So I thought, oh, I'll get it from the library. The second volume, it's out now. So I'm really glad I did. I enjoyed the first volume, but the second volume was much more, I liked a lot more. And maybe it's because by this point it was wrapping up and there was, I liked it more. There was more, to me, the first one was much more, the main character's, lives with his young daughter, and his, twin brother died recently, or has passed away, and his so the twins husband from Canada comes over to visit them, and it's dealing with all the issues of the fact that the twin had been gay and had married, and the stuff going on in Japan about that. And so and his thought process of stuff he had to deal with, and having the young daughter, and thinking about the future and her choices and stuff. And it was really well done. I think overall this is a really great collection of both of the two volumes. Maybe if I'd read this one right after the other one, I'd enjoy the first one a little bit more. But I think I really love the second volume. This was really well done, and I really like the way it wrapped up the series. And I just think it was really done, and I enjoyed it. So I would recommend that series overall. Even if I said, I still like the first volume, just I like the second better, if that makes sense. And then I read another library book. Oh, my cats are racing around out there. And so I'm going to try not to rant. And that is Swell by Sarah Moss. So again, maybe not totally an unpopular opinion. I'm hearing mixed reviews about this now, but I did not enjoy this book, and I don't think anybody's surprised by this. And it's really has its different issues compared to, like, some books. I can't get along with the main characters, and that's the problem. That wasn't really this problem. This problem was really a story plot issue for me. There were like little things that I didn't like it took me a little bit to get into it. It has the no quotation marks, and I find that a stylistic choice that I don't enjoy. I've never liked that. I'm very much a stickler for my quotation marks, and having the same people talk in the same paragraph has always bugged me in other people's writing. This did it all the time. Like, it was sometimes hard to follow who was saying what, because the main character, who I did like, she's like 17, and so, you know, she's going through growing, you know, all that growing stuff, and then she's dealing with a bad family situation, and then her family is on vacation with a group of college students and their professor recreating the Iron Age Britons, like what they did in North England. And so there are so many things, but I mean, so stylistically I didn't like some of it. I think the writing was still well done. Like, I can't fault her for her word choices and stuff. I may not like the format, but that's a little thing, really. My biggest deal was because some of it was so tragic and hard to, or, you know, it was hard hitting, but the payoff just like nulled it. Like, it was the worst ending I've read in a really long time. I forced myself to keep reading this. I kept going, well, I don't know about this. This is like, I'm like, but it was a Sunday, so I had time, and so I would read it, and then I'd watch some booktube or watch TV or something, you know, and or put it down. I picked it up. I picked it down. Put it down. Picked it up. And finally, I got close to the end. I'm like, I just gotta finish this out. So I just read to the end, and then I was just like, what the hell was that? So if you guys have read it, you probably know what I mean. Like, I'm like, no. Anyway, I did not enjoy this at all. I didn't let myself watch Sean the Bookmaniac's, his thing. He said he didn't like it. I didn't watch it because I didn't want him to influence what I was, because I just picked it up. So I was like, okay, I'll wait until after. Yeah. No, and there is one really pretty moment at the very end, and I'll give it that. It does not justify the rest of it. To me, this is a waste of a book for me. I wasted a Sunday reading this, and I'm kind of upset about it. Because this is the book that's gonna fade, like, from my memory. Like, it's already fading now. It's just other than the fact that I was so disappointed in the end. It was just, why? Like, if you've read it, you know why. But that's okay. My rant is not, I didn't want to rant too much on that, but needless to say, I have 2 other books by her on my shelf, and she's kind of been regulated to that. Do I take the second chance on her other 2 books? I have the Title Zone and also nonfiction, Names for the Sea, and now I'm like, I don't know if I want to read either one of them. I'm kind of mad. So we'll see. I might be trying those fairly soon in order to decide if I'm going to get rid of them or actually try them. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. As I said, I'm not saying mine's the popular opinion, but I'm definitely not the only one who had trouble with that book. And I don't know how it was getting as much praise as it was. I just don't think it doesn't do everything. It's still lacking. If it was a longer book and there was more going on, and the ending was different, I would buy it. But I don't buy it the way it is. I just go, that doesn't work. That doesn't logically, no, it does not make sense what choices certain characters make in the end. And I'm like, no, they would not do that. No, there's no justification for it. And I'm like, if there was more stuff in there that made me think, yeah, it's moving towards that point, I would agree with it. But there was so little. And I'm one of those writers and readers who needs things to, even if I don't see the twist coming, it's got to be planted somewhere in there that there was a chance that I could have caught it, or you could see, like, when you look back, you know that was coming. There was nothing there enough to justify what happens or made sense why they would do that. Okay, I'm not getting angry. I was just venting a little bit. So, okay. So that was my Sunday. I had a really good manga, and then I had a really bad little short novel. But they're both going back to the library, so that's fine. I got my library books taken care of. So on Monday, I picked up Raven Stratagem by Yoon-Ha Lee. This is book 2 in the Machineries of Empire series. I read this back in 2017, sometime in the summer. And I remember really liking this. But I knew that I didn't catch everything because I was on vacation when I took this on vacation. Why I did that, I don't know. I should have waited until I got back. Because these are very, I would say, very mathematical science fiction books in some ways. And there's they build the characters and the world so well, but it's like these little teeny details, like, and again, on my reread, it's been fantastic. I am catching all those little things that I knew were in there that I didn't quite get the first time around. This one I knew going in. I had caught a lot of things from that I didn't understand in Nine Fox Gambit, so again, on my reread, same thing. I went through it going, oh no, I remember what happened, what's really true here. And I like the way it's written, that that if you don't remember enough of Nine Fox Gambit, you're confused. But I did remember when I did it, because I only read these like 5 months apart the first time. So anyway, really enjoyed this. I'm really glad that I decided to pick up these 2 rereads. They were worth it in order to get back into this series, because of course I picked up Revenant Gun on Friday. I think I finished Raven's Stratagem. I don't read these very fast. These books are actually some of the slowest books I've read. I mean, I'm not a fast reader, but they just take a lot more time. They have to really focus. These are not ones I can watch in front of the television as much as some of my other books. Anyway, so this is book 3. So this is one I have not read. And so I'm only about 75 pages in, so I'm not too far, because I didn't get to read anything yesterday, really. But I am really enjoying this. This is going in directions I wasn't quite sure how it was gonna go from the second book to this one. But I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to finishing off this series. Again, my main reason for doing that, other than I'm trying to complete a lot of series this year, that's suddenly become my theme, is because there's a book of short stories coming out in this world in June. And I thought, well, I better get through the series before I get the short stories. And I really do want to read them. I'm not a big short story person, but I do want to read them from this world. I'm kind of curious to see how they are. Anyway, so I'm really enjoying this. And hopefully this week I will finish it so that the series is done. I'm also still in the middle of The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. I'm listening to this on audio, and I'm finding I can only listen to it for a few days, and then I have to shut it off and listen to music for a couple of days. So I'm just over half. I'm at 232 pages out of 424. So I made it halfway, and it's really good, and I really love the audio. I just can't listen to it that much. I don't know if it's because it's just hitting me. She's writing so emotionally for me that I'm just like, I have to take a break. Because there are very emotional moments in here. And I have read many books, several books by her, and I want to read more. So I am enjoying this. I just, for some reason, I can't plow through it as fast as I normally would. And maybe it's because it's the audiobook and I know I have to listen to it. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. So, I still want to make sure I finish it this month. Because I had it on my currently reading for a couple months, and I'm going to kill my cat here. So, hey. Cooper is taking my chair out. Anyway, my computer chair. Hey! Oh, crap. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, I really want to read this book, but I might, if I can't listen to the audio by the end of the month, I might switch over and just physically read it. I think I'd go through it faster than listening to it. It's really good. I have to take breaks. And so maybe this week I'll get back into it and read it for a couple of days. I don't know. As I said, I did it for about 2 or 3 days, listening in my car, and then I just had to shut it off. Like one day I was on my way home and I stopped for a grocery item, and I was like, I can't turn that back on. I can't right now. And as I said, it's not bad. I think it's really just, there's such an emotional roller coaster. Oh, I'm not even explaining what this is. So you guys, again, it's an alternate history science fiction about Alma, and Alma. And she was a pilot in World War II. And now there was a meteor, took out a lot of the East Coast, and so the space program is being pushed forward. It's in the 1950s. 52 is when it happened, and I think now in about 1956 or something. So they're doing the rockets and into space, and she's in the space program. She's married, and her husband is also in the space program. So very, he's the head engineer or something. So I really am enjoying this. I don't know what it is about the audiobook. And again, she reads it and she's fantastic. She is really good. I've heard other audiobooks from her and she's really good. I just don't know why I can't listen to it all the time. I feel like I need breaks. So hopefully I'll get back to it. I said I'm over halfway now. I think I still have like 7 hours left in the audiobook. 6 or 7 hours, I can't remember. But anyway, I'm gonna try to pick it up again sometime this week, or listen to it in my car. We'll see. I don't know. I really like it. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to switch to physical and just to get it done, but I'm not sure. I mean, it's really a good audiobook. I just don't know if it's just because I'm being emotional about it or what. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I have kind of currently on the go. I don't know what I'm going to pick up after I finish Revenant Gun. So Revenant Gun, I still, as I said, I have about 350 pages, which some days I can read that in a couple of days. And then these books seem to take me all week. So we'll see how this goes. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to pick up and reread The Witchwood Crowned by Tad Williams. This is the first book in the Last King of Ostenard series. Yes, Cat. I read this when it came out 2 years ago and, of course, loved it. The most epic cliffhangers ever. But I'm not sure I want to reread the whole thing. I remember quite a bit of it, but I want to kind of reread all the cliffhangers. So I might read like the last, because it's like 600 or it's almost 700 pages. So I might read the last 200 pages or so to just get back into it. Because I did get this. So book 2 is here. I want to read this so bad, but I was in the Revenant. I decided to go and stay with the Machine Users Empire because I really want to finish that series, and I was really into it. And I thought I'm not gonna switch my little brain to go from sci-fi to fantasy right then. I just thought it was better to pick that up. So I think I'm gonna pick up and read a little bit of this. So just kind of reread a little bit of it to get myself back into it, and then I'll probably dive into this. I'm not sure I'm going to get to it this week, so we'll see. So that's my epic plan, that if I get through Revenant Gun, and then I want to move right to a fantasy, I can do that. But be aware, I probably might pick up something fluffy in the middle, like something light or short, or a reread of some sort, just to let my mind kind of decompress, because I'm really enjoying the Machine Users Empire series. It's a lot denser than a lot of the stuff that I read. More of the time I'm really concentrating, I guess. I just, I enjoy science fiction. It's just sometimes this story just is, to me, I have to really concentrate on all the details, and I'm really enjoying it when I do that. So that's why it's just taking me longer. So yes, Cooper dear, you're cute. So that's it for now. As I said, I don't really know how long it'll take me to get through Revenant Gun. So I don't know what else I'm going to read this week. And as I said, I really want to get to the Tad Williams stuff, but we'll see how I feel. I do have a few library books I'm picking up today that, I think might be another graphic novel and a couple smaller books that I want to try. I don't know if I'll read them, but you never know. So I might throw that in before I jump into the epic fantasy, but we'll see what it turns out. But beyond that, I think that's it. So how is your guys' reading? As I said, I did okay. I did pretty good considering what I was reading, but I always want to do more than I can. I mean, yesterday I read 11 pages. I mean, it was a busy day. But, so today I'm hoping to get some stuff done, even though I'm going out with my brother for lunch. But I'll come back and I'll chill out, and hopefully we'll make a good dent into Revenant Gun. I don't know. So, are you guys reading anything good? Anything that you think everybody should read? Or, I don't know, or is your reading going good because the weather's been better here? I know it's been really nice here. I mean, it's going to get a little colder this week, but last week it was beautiful. Unfortunately, I'm allergic to the sun, so I didn't like it that much, but, there's Cooper right here. He's distracting me. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a nice week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.